Hello, all. So we got some news going on. What is going on in the world today? Oh, in the world today. While Italy struggles in the heat wave, capital the, its government is erasing mothers' rights. How do you put these things together? How do you even erase mothers' rights? What rights do mothers have? Rome, Italy, 2023, 07/17 in the world. A woman takes a selfie with an ice cream in front of Trevi Fountain on a hot summer day. Typical boring shit. I don't. Why you even make a note of that? Italy has come under intense scrutiny for erasing mothers' birth certificates this week, even as the country faces sky high temperatures. What the does that mean? How do they erase a mother's birth certificate? Did they take it out of her hands and freaking take a goddamn eraser to it? The UK Foreign Office is issuing extreme weather warnings for Brits traveling to Italy or Spain or Greece or or any part of Europe, I guess. And the latest forecast said there are peaks of 44 degrees Celsius on multiple days. It had Europe's highest record temperature of 48.8 Celsius in Sicily 2 years ago. 2 years ago? Who gives a shit about 2 years ago? What's happening now? But that's expected to be exceeded on the island of Sardinia. No, with sardines. In coming days. Alerts are in place for at least 9 major tourist destinations like Rome, Florence, and Bologna, Bologna, as well as Sicily's Palermo and Bari. And even as this pressing issue is unfolding, the government still seems intent on undermining LGBT plus right. What is happening? What is this story about? It's just all over the place. The schizophrenic wrote this. The Mail on Sunday reported this week that 3 children born to lesbian mothers have already had their birth certificate altered to remove one of the 2 women. Yeah, because one of them is not the biological parent. What the fuck do you mean, birth certificate? Because natural born parents have rights, right? So if you're giving birth or you providing sperm, you get rights automatically, and that's why their name's on the birth certificate. Obviously, if you put your lover's name on there and she had nothing to do with the genetics of the child, that is fraudulent. So they remove it. Italy's right-wing Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni, the country's first female PM and self-described Christian mother. Is she self-described? Is she Christian and a mother? Has made her disapproval of same-sex couples who raise children very clear. Yeah, she can do that. In the run-up to the election, she campaigned against LGBT lobbies and woke ideologies. Meloni was in the office by October. Is this erasing mothers' rights? I don't. A mother doesn't have a right to disregard the father. I don't understand what you're saying. This is all lies. A written statement was then shared in March 2023, calling for town halls to stop registering both members of the same-sex couples as legitimate parents, calling for them to only recognize biological parents. That is not unreasonable. because that would be erasing fathers' rights. Because fathers have rights. I think I made my point. On July 15th, Mail on Sunday cited a state prosecution letter sent to one 38-year-old mother, Michaela, who is not the biological mother of her daughter, saying that having both names on the birth certificate was contrary to public order. If they have rules, you got to follow them. Annabelle Williams, my heart goes out to lesbian, gay, queer women in Italy. Backlash against the LGBT rights is growing stronger, often coached in terms of enforcing the gender binary. No, just the laws. Just the laws. It's fine. You can still parent the child. You just can't put your name on things that indicates something different. If it's for biological parents, why is your name on there if you're not a biological parent? You're just putting shit wherever you feel like. This is not about your feelings. This is about laws. No one gives a fuck how you feel. You want to parent a child, two women, want to both be parents? Go for it. Kid don't know any better. Do whatever. You tell him you're a dinosaur. Who gives a fuck? But there's laws. You go in an illegal document, you got to put the right information. Otherwise, it's fraud. Is that it? Okay. This means the only parent remaining on the certificate has rights over matters like schooling and healthcare. Yeah, she's the mother. She gave birth to the kid. She has more rights than you. You're a step less. I don't know. I don't know. If that mother were to die, the child would be put in care of relatives or the care system, not of the other parent. Yeah, it would be automatically put there unless you fight for the guardianship of the child. There's systems in place for that. You still get the child. It's not an automatic thing. The child doesn't despawn from your arms and then end up in another like. I think the problem you have there is that if your wife's parents disagree with your relationship and then your wife would die, they can come in and take the child away from you. That is what you're scared of. But don't worry about it. If the wife dies, you're not a parent anymore. So, sorry, she made you a parent. She has all the parenting rights. You can kick rocks. Or have your own kid. According to the outlet, scores more same-sex parents are being targeted in the crackdown. No, I'm pretty sure even straight couples couldn't do that. It should be the same law. That's how laws are applied, right? Are you saying straight couples can do that? They can just enter non-biological parents? Like, what? If straight couples can do it, but you guys can't, then it would be discrimination. But if it applies equally to both, what are you complaining about? The Times reported that in June, a magistrate in Padua sent a court a list of 33 lesbian couples who have registered as parents since 2017. Registered as parents? That's a thing? You just kind of qualify as parents. You have to register? Who keeps registry of parents? Judges were asked to remove the name of the parent who did not give birth from records. Sounds like it only affects the lesbian couples, because I don't see gay couples giving birth. This news triggered hundreds of protesters sit outside Padua's Palace of Justice. A court hearing for this is set November 14, according to the documents. It's hot as fuck. What? Good luck with that protest. You're sweating your ass off. All of this is part of a wider crackdown on same-sex parenting and surrogacy happening in Rome right now under Meloni's government. Or adopt. You know, you can't have your name on the birth certificate, but you can legally adopt the kid, right? Then you can both be parents on the law. IVF for same-sex couples in Italy is already illegal. What? That's silly. Why would they do that? And while civil union law for same-sex couples were legalized in 2016, marriage and adoption was not permitted at the time due to opposition from the Catholic Church. But it's permitted now, though. Right? The Italian government has alleged that it is just clarifying parts of the legal system, but leader of the main centre-left party, Ellie Schlein, a lot of women involved in this discrimination, reportedly told the Mail on Sunday, these families are tired of being discriminated against. We're talking about boys and girls already growing up in our communities and going to schools. In May, Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau told Meloni at G7 summit that Canada was concerned by some of her country's stance on LGBTQ rights, but she replied that her government was just following court decisions. What the hell answers to Canada? What's Canada going to do? Meanwhile, worries that the Italian government and media are not taking the climate crisis seriously continues. As the director of the School of Journalism at Rome's Luis University, Gianni Rota told The Guardian that coverage of the climate crisis in Italy is lousy and it has been for years. Now you're going on a different topic. What is this goddamn article about? This. Anyways, till next time.